from Yorktown, Indiana. This is really the one spot that Eastern Kentucky didn't bring a ton back, though they did bring Hill back, who had over 500 assists last year, and she's kind of the main piece in a 5-1. First start for Hallie Schroeder is over, and EKU will go to work in the white uniforms today. Boston College is in maroon. Petrie sets up a good shot from Hallie Schroeder, and she picks up right where she left off yesterday. 12 kills, hit 179 yesterday, but it was a double-double as well. 11 digs mixed in and 4 blocks as well. The Eagles' blocking really stood out yesterday for Boston College. They were at nearly 5 blocks per set in yesterday's match. Lambros on serve there. Here is Mitchell. Sarah Mitchell is going to play a huge part for EKU. Hoppus is first in on the right side along with Lambros, and there's a block right at the net for Boston College, who's off to a 2-0 start.
Recipe for BC going to be the same as it was last night. Dominate the net on both sides. Offensively, get your swings free. Blocking, big part of the defense.
And they are sticking with that combination of Hoppus paired up with Lambros. There's a change Jason Kennedy made in the third set. That time through the block goes Sarah Mitchell, the senior from Kentucky. This is the 102nd match of her career, over 1,000 kills, a second-team All-ASUN selection last year. One of 4 second-team selections that Eastern Kentucky had, all of them returned here in 2024, and there's an ace from Mitchell. She had 4 aces in yesterday's match against Iona. Lambros on the set from the back row. It's Ross, and that is long. So 3 points in a row for Eastern Kentucky, who went 21-9 last year. They were 11-5 in conference play, despite being picked 9th in the preseason poll. Good start for Schroeder. 2 kills for Hallie Schroeder, the sophomore from Frisco, Texas, who was second last year on Boston College in points, had 249 kills. And has an ace. So this is the 4th set of the season. That's already 3 aces for Schroeder, and that is standing out as maybe a piece of her game that she can take to the next level here in her sophomore season.
As the defense, as the offense, that's continuing to develop. If the serve can be a weapon for her too, she's really going to be a top all-around player.
Hoppus keeps it going. Free ball over from Schroeder. Chance for EKU to set up on the back set. And a good dig by Morgan Riddle right on the line, the new libero for Boston College this year. Emily Hill keeps it going. Free ball now for BC on the other end. Quick set for Haggerty. There's the quick offense from Boston College and a good setup by Lambros.
Didn't get to see a lot of the middle hitters offensively yesterday, but that's a set we know Julia Haggerty loves, that off-shoot set, especially in transition. That is maybe her favorite swing in her arsenal.
Yeah, maybe not a ton of opportunities, but 0 errors from the middle hitters yesterday for Boston College between Haggerty and Roach. Took something off there. Hoppus, good job to get it. Free ball over from Schroeder. Set up for EKU. Here is Lucas into the block.
It's a great job by Schroeder, just keeping it simple there. Took Hill out on the first ball, forces the backup set. Hit her off the net, gives the block plenty of time to set up.
So it's 6-3 Boston College. They're in set number 1 against EKU. This has all been on the serve of Schroeder. There's a block again. Keeps alive. And it looked like EKU was into the net. So it's 7-3 BC, and a timeout called early here by Gianna Bazzani, the 6th-year head coach. coming back from down big in the third set at one point to eventually get the win and sweep the match away. So Schroeder's been good on the serve. It's a 5-0 scoring run for Boston College. Hill goes for Vandegrift, had to take something off. Chance for BC, Audrey Ross. That's right back over. Another chance on the back set. It's Hoppus this time. Dug out of the back row by Mitchell. Lambros keeps it going. Bump set from Riddle, maybe a little too far. But what a great job by Ross to play that off the block. It looked like that set was a little too far out in front, but Ross did enough.
Just a terrific reach there by Ross. That's what she gives you with her size.
Good dig by Riddle. That was the shot from Lucas. And then into the net. It's still going here for EKU. Lambros, quick set. Haggerty went up top. May have even gotten a deflection as well. But it stays in on the back line. So Julia Haggerty with a good start today. Her second kill. Boston College is on a 7-0 run. It's 9-3. And an ace from Schroeder. This is some kind of run for BC. I mean, you talk about picking up right where you left off last night. It was 3-2 EKU in this first set. That one is just long. So it ends the scoring run at 8-0 in favor of Boston College.
Now serving the Colonels, number 21, Josie Schmittendorf.
Josie Schmittendorf will go back to serve. Another one of these second-team All-ASUN selections from last year. Powerful shot from Ross. We talked a lot yesterday about whether it was Ross, whether it was Schroeder, their ability to take something off when they need to and score points in different ways, but the power shot's still there. And BC leads 11-4 here in this first set. Back set on the slide. Dug from Schroeder on the back line, and here's Ross. That got deflected a couple of times, and Ross has another point. 3 kills for Audrey Ross, and a dominant start to this match for the home team. That is out. EKU just all out of sorts here in the early going.
BC doing a really good job serving different areas of the floor, keeping them off balance.
Morgan Riddle, grad student from Colorado, really stepped into that role last season, and coming into Boston College, that is out. Right along the line, but it did not stay in. And another timeout taken by EKU. BC, after their 8-0 scoring run came to an end, they respond back after just one. A 14-4 lead for Boston College over EKU. is a 12 of the last 13 points have gone to BC. That is blocked at the net. Cornelia Roach teaming up with Ross in the front row, and the Eagles continue their run. 15-4 is the BC lead, and remember, that was the second timeout that EKU took. Riddle sends it over, long way, and that's kind of a result of everything that's happening in this first set so far. BC has just made EKU completely out of sorts here. So it's 16-4, so only two servers here have been on all these runs. Riddle adds another point. Make it a 7-0 scoring run, and 15 of the last 16 points have gone to Boston College here in set number 1. Grad student from Parker, Colorado. Is Tolzman, who's on the shot. Block was there, blocks, got the point for BC. It's another 8-0 scoring run for Boston College. The lead is 18-4. This hit off the serve. Schmittendorf does keep it alive. Free ball over for BC. Lambros sets up, quick set Roach. Holzman does send it back over. Back set, Hoppus does get it through. Chance here for EKU to answer. Holzman couldn't get it through the block. This time it's Ross. That's deflected and mishit. It's a 9-0 scoring run. It is 18 of the last 19 points. Morgan Riddle here with an even better serving run than we saw from Schroeder. 3 aces already on this run. That's through the middle. Good shot through the middle block. Lambros got enough of it though. And Schroeder went to chase it down. Over the top set, dug by Lambros. Free ball over from Ross. Hill back set for Vandergriff is blocked. It's 10 points in a row.
Just really excellent defense from Sophie Lambros there. 2 unbelievable touches.
20-4. This is shocking. And just one of those sets sometimes. But credit Boston College. They've taken all the momentum from yesterday and turned it into today. EKU just trying to find their way out and reset after this first set. Riddle sends it over. That may have been touched by Roach. And indeed it was.
And they got a Hill over the net.
Morgan Riddle has been serving this whole time. 12 consecutive points for Boston College. That's through the middle, and EKU back on the board. So we've seen 1 or 2 good ones through the middle block. Carson Ledford, who's a junior from North Carolina, another one of those second-team All-A-Sun selections. Schroeder. Ambrose back row for Ross. Schroeder back row. That's overpassed and out. Couple of good efforts from the back row. And Boston College will have their first rotation here, as Hannah Hoffman will come in as the setter. Anna Harrington is the right side who comes in. 23-5. And Hoffman to serve. Good dig. There's the slide. Schroeder's been good in the back row. Ross, that was out. Tried to get a deflection off the block. It was not there.
Pretty good set still from Roach, though.
Hoffman sets up Roach, gets it through.
Set point, Boston College.
And Boston College has set point. Brooklyn Yelland will come in for the first time. Defensive specialist. Played a decent amount last year as a freshman from Laguna Beach, California. Big bump set. Mitchell plays it over. Hoffman back set for Harrington, had to reach for it. Another try from Mitchell. That is good. Just got the back line. Now, Sarah Mitchell, over 300 kills last year. She's had over 300 kills 3 seasons in a row. Schroeder wins set 1 for Boston College. A dominant first set for the Eagles. They went on 2 separate scoring runs of more than in just 1 set. Boston College will start with it, and arguably their best server, Sophie Lambros, starts set number 2. Mitchell through the left side block was there for Boston College. That one got deflected, does get through. Bump set from Lambros, and Schroeder plays it over. Here's Mitchell once more from just behind the line. First opportunity for the freshman Isabel Payline from Zionsville, Indiana, 33 for BC, and EKU comes up with a point. Payline is from the same high school that Anna Murphy, who was Boston College's libero the last 4 years, went to. Zionsville community. Mitchell to serve for EKU, overpass. Haggerty was there. Back set for Schroeder right down the line, well dug by Schmittendorf. Haggerty, second time's the charm.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 2, Allie Schroeder.
So Schroeder right back on to serve. That's Sales. Has to feel like, all right, just completely throw out that first set if you're EKU, right? Just totally flush it, start over.
That's all you can do, go back to basics.
Haggerty through the middle, Schmittendorf was there. That was, just have not been sharp on their passing so far. And Boston College has been there, to their credit, to take advantage. So Morgan Riddle, 4 aces already. That violation.
Welcome sign for EKU. Get Riddle off the line quickly.
Cooper Abney comes back in, first year from Georgia.
It's like a switch to a 6-2.
Ross right down the line, but missed long. So the Eagles have skied a few shots, that one just by a bit. Ambrose reached back for it, kept it going, maybe no. Tried to save it, but just couldn't quite do it. So EKU is out to a 5-2 lead. Roach reached for the high point of it. Schroeder with the dig. Ross plays it over. Another left-handed shot into the block. And then off the mark. So the Eagles do get the point out of it. Done a pretty good job keeping points alive today. It's 5-3 EKU here in this second set. Eagles up 1-0. And Jane Petrie will come in as the other serving option for BC in this 6-2. San Diego native. Overpass, Ross takes advantage. Oh, and then missed actually.
Into the net.
Okay.
On the follow through.
So that was a free point for Boston College. They were unable to grab. And it's 6-3. Petrie, good job to stay out of the net that time and put a good set for BC to score the point. So 6-4.
Saw that a couple times last night against Texas Tech. Harrington switching into the middle for the swing.
Brooklyn Yellen now, the sophomore. Mitchell is blocked. Well, one of the points that we made yesterday is a couple of Boston College's options on their right side are converted middles, and that's the case with Harrington, and that certainly helps in the blocking game. She picks up the block there. That was short. Emma Clersordo, first year from Kentucky, played a couple of sets in the second game yesterday against Iona. Long way to go for Schmittendorf. Eagles will get to play it out. Petrie back set for Harrington. That was not tipped. So point to EKU. They re-break the tie. Carson Ledford to serve. Petrie leaves it for Roach. Back set for Mitchell. Mitchell's going to take a lot of swings for this EKU team. That was out in front for Schroeder. Yelland gives it up for Schroeder again and finds a point out of it. Some of these 50-50 points that you never quite know, but Boston College has done a pretty good job grabbing a lot of them over the last 2 days. Cornelia Roach, such a great story last year, jumping into a role when there was some injuries in the middle block, took advantage of it, and has been in that spot ever since. Point was awarded to BC at first. There was some conversation by EKU. So it's 8-7, Boston College. Good serving game here for Roach. Senior from Greenwich, Connecticut. Good shot. From the opposite side, Soto. She'll come out on the rotation, along with Cooper Abney. Haggerty had to go for it with the left hand, actually a couple of hits at the net, and then Vandergrift just had to put it back over, and that is into the antenna. It's felt like both teams been slightly out of sorts here in this second set. 9-8 the lead for EKU.
Well, some new combinations, everybody's still searching for a little bit of chemistry.
Overpass. Riddle, good dig. Harrington knocks it over with two hands. Hill on the set for Mitchell is blocked. That is 7 blocks already for Boston College in the first set plus.
And they had 14 last night.
Ambrose is back in along with Payline. Overpass, Haggerty. And the Eagles have the lead once again here in this second set. Mitchell, off the block and out. Better lead ball that time by Emily Hill. Averaged a little over 9 assists in the first 2 matches yesterday. Here's Mitchell. Lambros on the back set for Schroeder. That's such a good shot. Cross court. Good set by Lambros. And Hallie Schroeder continues her good play. And the thing that stands out today, without an error so far, 6 kills on 13 swings, hitting .462. Back set, Vandegrift. First time she really got the full velocity behind it. So 11-11.
And to your point, the new set mindset for EKU, just they feel like they're in it here, and they are.
Schroeder from the back row didn't have quite the lift to get it through the block of Carson Ledford. Payline couldn't quite get the height on it. And into the net. So good little response here for EKU after Boston College had taken the lead. Couple points here in a row. But right into the net on the serve. So a competitive second set here at 13-12. After BC controlled set 1 25-7. Ross kept that going, but Riddle can't get it over. Maddie Tolsman, the junior. The ones competing for a spot. Cooper Abney played in 4 sets yesterday, first-year setter. And miscommunication there between Schroeder and Ross. So EKU gets to 15 first. They have a 15-12 lead here in So 15-12, EKU has the lead over Boston College here in game number 2 of this second match of the year for BC, third for Eastern Kentucky. This 4-team opening tournament of the year. Lambros couldn't quite get enough of a hit on it. And a nice falling big in set 1. It's 16-12, our score right now here in this second set. And it's Cooper Abney, four-time All-State selection out of Pope High School in Georgia. Roach right down the middle. Well, the middle blocks today, a little bit more use today than we saw yesterday, but we're now in the fifth set of the season, and Haggerty and Roach have not yet had an attacking error. That's 2 kills for Roach on 5 attempts. Haggerty is 6 for 8 so far today. That bounced around. Riddle couldn't get it over. Pretty impressive run here for EKU. And Jason Kennedy is going to use the timeout. So it's 18-13 EKU, and you just wonder sometimes, it's not even so much a criticism, it's just a statement of human nature. When you have the first set that you have, all of a sudden in the second set, rotations get just a little bit more slightly out of sorts. But for EKU here, it was pretty much back and forth, and we were tied 11-11. At one point. BC actually had the lead 11-10. So since that point, EKU has controlled this set, and that was an ace that time by Maddie Tolzman.
And for Boston College, it all starts with that first contact. And it was good in the first set. It was good most of last night. Here in the second set, it's kind of gotten away from them a little bit, and that's why they're trailing.
So a 5-point lead for Eastern Kentucky. Again, Colonels last year, it was really about their offense that stood out in their strong season. First time in the postseason for EKU last year. Since 2004, 21 wins. It was tied for their most since 2005. But it was about the offense, right? They led the ASUN in hit percentage a season ago. They were 12th nationally in kills, 11th in assists per set. Top 30 in aces per set as well. They were picked third in the ASUN this year behind Lipscomb and Florida Gulf Coast. Big thing for them is, you know, being in a similar position to where they were last year, but then getting back to the postseason play and trying to win a game. They lost in the first round of the ASUN and then lost in the first round of the NIVC. Ross puts that over, taking something off. Played Clemson out of the ACC in the first round of the NIVC last year. They were a little short-handed, though, didn't quite have their whole team at that point. Clemson ended up sweeping that match. Brooklyn Yelland is in at 18-14. KU up on BC in this second set. Mitchell got it through. So the veteran Sarah Mitchell. Carson Ledford now to serve. And that's a miss hit off the serve. So EKU has really turned things around here in the second set. Petrie right back for Schroeder, good shot. Little give and go action. And Hallie Schroeder with her 7th kill.
You could tell she was annoyed at missing the last pass. Took it out on that ball.
Already up to 7 kills, 6 digs. It could be a double-double machine, Schroeder, this year for Boston College. Cornelia Roach won a couple of points last time she was around on the serve. That one sails out.
Now serving for the Colonels, number 7, Emily Hill.
Emily Hill comes back in to serve. Just gets over. Haggerty. Blocked from the back line by Tolzman. Bach is there again, though. If you're slightly behind it and not getting to that full height of the set, the Eagles block is going to make you pay. It's been the case so far these first 2 days of the season. 21-16, and Lambros off the net on the serve. Here's Mitchell, good shot. Sarah Mitchell with her 7th kill on 16 swings. She and Schroeder both matching the same offensive numbers right now, and Mitchell serves. Lambros kept it from going into the net. That's still alive after a plink goes around a few times for EKU. Payline shot to the back row, dig from Mitchell, and good shot from Maddie Tolzman. And the junior puts EKU at 23-16 into timeout, Jason Kennedy. EKU, after falling in that first set 25. Jana Bazzani, who talked about last year, team was picked 9th in the preseason poll, but they were on that 13-match win streak at one point last year. And then all of a sudden looked up at conference play and said they might really have something here, and finally seeing the fruits of all the labor of the rebuild. Jenna Pollock in the game for the first time for BC and scores to make it 23-17. Allie Schroeder back to serve. Mitchell had to backpedal on it. And a point for Tolzman. And it's set point for Eastern Kentucky. Schmittendorf try to win the set. Here's Ross out front. Locke kept it going. Free ball for BC. Lambros sets up Ross again, scores that time. So Audrey Ross, who did have some errors, I should say, early on, up to 5 kills now, 5 attack errors as well. 24-18. Out front, good setup. And EKU bounces back and takes set 2. Overall with a grain of salt, right? Because EKU put it up to 300 in that second set after being negative in set 1. Well, we'll see if the Eagles can bounce back as we start set number 3 here from the Canal Center. A little miscommunication there. Had a couple of Eagles run into each other. Schroeder still managed to get it over. Then Haggerty did it as well. And BC gets point number 1. So 25-7, Boston College in set 1, and then 25-18, EKU in set 2. From the back row, Tolzman is long. Mitchell blocked.
Well, for as much as we talked about EKU, new mindset, second set, same story for Boston College in this third set. They want to get back to the good patterns they established in the first.
Yeah, and even in that second set, it was 11-10 VC at one point. It was pretty even until EKU went on a decent run as that set closed out. So first drop set of the year for Boston College, and Harrington can't quite get to it. It's probably one that Lambros can get to stepping up rather than reaching back from the front row. Lambros set for Schroeder, got it through.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 2, Hallie Schroeder.
Been really impressive to watch this early jump that Schroeder has taken. That just got over. And I'm not even sure jump's the right word as I say that, because it's not like Schroeder wasn't good last year. She certainly was, but it feels like has even taken it to the next level. And even today's game versus yesterday had some errors early. Today has only had 2, hitting 300.
I think part of it is mental. It's sort of having that swagger of stepping onto the floor and telling yourself, I am the best player out here.
Came in as a prize recruit from Texas into Boston College last year. Played quite a bit as a freshman. Good shot from EKU. Tied 1-1 overall as we played here in this third set. Lambros back set for Harrington, gets it to go.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 11, Morgan Riddle.
Morgan Riddle, who had the most impressive serving game in the first set, 4 aces as part of a 10-0 Boston College run at one point. This one is deflected. So a point for EKU, they get it back to 6-4. It's basically been a 6-2 that EKU's been running for the most part today. Beg your pardon, that made it 6-3 that last point. And here is Cooper Abney. This hit from Schroeder. Riddle tracks it down. Gives the point a chance. Riddle bump set. Ross plays it over. Too far in the set, and that's where you give yourself a chance. You never know what might happen. That's a stolen point for Boston College.
Yeah, good serve by Abney, but Eagles able to track it down and just keep it alive.
By the way, Jason Kennedy switching back here. Hoppus paired up with Petrie, how they started yesterday's match. Lambros and Harrington were in to start set 3. Riddle couldn't get it. Maybe one that was tracking out, but tough to tell.
Yeah, a little bit of a knuckleball there from Tolzman.
Yep, 50-50 ball. So 7-4. Tolzman's had a decent serving game so far. There's Roach. Good setup from Petrie. So Cornelia Roach, who had 5 kills yesterday, that's in 3 more so far today. We thought after yesterday's match, we might see Boston College try to use their middles in the offense even a little more. Didn't quite have to yesterday. We've seen that a little bit so far this afternoon. Petrie again to the middle, too tall for Roach, but didn't touch it, so Schroeder punched it over with the left hand. Mitchell is long. Good choice and read by Brooklyn Yellen to let that go. And it looks like we're going to have a challenge.
I think they want to.
Each set this year might make things a little bit different.
The double contact one is the big one for me. Just takes a lot of the subjectivity out of that second touch. Gives setters a little more leeway too.
So the call stands. It's 9-4. And that's a good shot. Carson Ledford was over 2 kills per set last year and just under a block per set. Was 7th in the ASUN in blocks, 334 hit percentage. Was 4th in the conference a year ago and one of the best in program history. Schroeder missed long, so a couple of points in a row here for EKU. So that review almost kind of acts as a timeout. So even though they lost the review, have picked up a couple of points in a row. 9-6 here. Petrie back set. Hoppus. Might have been her best looking swing of the year so far. Off a good back set from Jane Petrie.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 17, Cornelia Roach.
And Cornelia Roach back to serve. Schroeder. Block was in good position. Schroeder trying to get. Block got her.
Little bit of a tight set second time around.
So 10-7. And Emily Hill sails it long. So EKU fails to pick up the momentum of the block. And Lambros is back in. Mitchell blocked. Harrington set up for a good swing. So there's 2 sequences in a row, and you see both setters do it. Lambros setting up Harrington a couple of points earlier. It was Petrie on a good back set. That quick back set. It's a really important part of this Boston College offense. Way up in the air off the serve return. Good positioning from the Eagles block. That was a good set. Maybe the best one of the day, and how quick it came out from Hill. And Sarah Mitchell gets the point for EKU.
Yeah, just way too fast for Haggerty to get over and double block it. So Mitchell one-on-one's gonna win a battle.
Lambros matches a quick set.
It's a new career high for Harrington, 4 kills.
Harrington, who won one of the right side spots out of camp last year, but then just kind of was dealing with injuries all year long right out of the gate in that first game. But then once again has kind of been in control of one of those spots in camp so far this year to start. That was deflected. So the Eagles have held their distance here in this third set, kind of hung between about 4 to 5 points. Back set, Harrington. So now add to that career best total. And Morgan Riddle will go back to serve for Boston College. 14-9 is the BC lead here in this third set, tied 1-1 overall. Olsman, Riddle with a good dig. Back set, Ross was in good position. Tight to the corner, BC block was there. Tried to go over on 2. Set up for Ross, got it. Audrey Ross with her 8th kill to tie Schroeder and Mitchell for the match lead. And Boston College has a 15-9 lead over EKU here in the third set. We'll step aside for a moment. We'll be back with more here from Chestnut Hill. So 15-9 Boston College as we restart here in this third set. Another pretty impressive low error set here for Boston College. Just 2 of them total. They've hit really well. 400 hit percentage in this third set. That is out. Not missed by much, but just enough. And the Eagles lead 16-9. In this set, pretty much kept this distance of 3, 4, 5, and now expanding that lead out a little bit to a 7-point edge. Riddle's shown a nice ability to serve. EKU's back chasing this one. And Riddle will play it out through Lambros. Back set's been really good in this third set. And BC gets the point. And EKU will quickly take a timeout after losing Riddle. Could only get a piece. We've only really seen it a few times, but that was another one. When EKU's been able to go a little bit quicker, we've seen a little bit more success offensively. There might be something there for EKU when they get back to work. Kind of reset in the lab and practice this week. 17-10 score right now here in the third set. Lambros sets up Ross. Good fake from Roach, and Ross, who's worked her way through some early errors to now lead Boston College with 9 kills.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 19.
5 in a row for her without an error.
Jane Petrie back in. Diving play by Petrie. Riddle with the bump set for Hoppus. Ross does manage to just get it over. Ross again in position. Audrey Ross doing a good job on the block, and that time goes over the top to get the point and make it 19-10 Boston College. Another good job by the Eagles block.
Just great technique. Get up, get the hands over, surround the ball, no window through.
So it's 20-10. Another run here. The Boston College has gone on. This time on the Petrie serve. Mitchell from the back row. Petrie's there. They've had to do it through some bump sets. Ross couldn't get it through. Carson Ledford leading the block for EKU. Maddie Tolsman back to serve for the Colonels. Petrie for Ross. So a couple of times going through that right side of the EKU defense. They've been in pretty good position here the last few points. And it's 20-12 here in this third set. Schroeder from the back row. Quick set, Ledford. Cooper Abney gets her 6th assist.
Good call in transition there, going to the middle. It's been very effective.
EKU trying to hang in 20-13, but that shot is long. Brooklyn Yellen back into serve, the sophomore. Played 92 sets last year. Abney for Mitchell. Pass was a little bit behind Schroeder. Mitchell gets another try and scores. Sarah Mitchell with her 9th kill. She and Ross and Schroeder all have 25 attempts today. Petrie sets up Schroeder. That finds its way for a point. 23-14.
9-9 now for Schroeder.
Amelia Bernal, the first year from Greenwich, Connecticut for Boston College, comes in for the first time, number 1, and will go back to serve. First year defensive specialist. It's part of the Northeast Volleyball Club out of Greenwich the last couple of years. To Sacred Heart. Schroeder tools it off the block and sets up set point. decent volleyball being played down in Connecticut, and 3 players from that Fairfield County region. Even Sequoia Lane from White Plains, similar area, similar clubs here on this Boston College roster. No point through the middle. Here is Schroeder. Good positioning from the block. A couple of times. BC keeps it alive. Schroeder again. There's Haggerty right at the net on a 50-50 ball. From the back row, Tolzman. Brooklyn Yellen did position. Now Schroeder took something off. Great pancake from Abney. Back set, Hoppus scores. Beg your pardon, I had the count wrong. This is now set point for Boston College at 24-14. Extended point a couple of different times there. It felt like there was opportunities. The Eagles just kept it going. Tolzman got a deflection somewhere, just skipped enough. So 24-15.
Good bounce off the net tape, slowed it down just enough.
Emily Hill. Bernal goes to set it for Schroeder. This time Petrie through the middle wasn't quite high enough.
She knew it too, as soon as she said it.
So some of the early kinks in the beginning of the season. Petrie wide for Schroeder, and Boston College takes set 3. 27 that we've had so far. Ali Schroeder is 1 dig away from another double-double. First chance, it's the Boston College block, who starts set 4 with a point for BC.
And block number 11 for the Eagles. 2 games, 2 double-digit blocking totals.
Yeah, 14 in game 1 last night against Texas Tech. And remember, that's over 3 sets that they did that last night. They had only done that 3 times all of last year, get to 14 blocks, and those were all in 5-set matches.
Now serving the girls, number 21, Josie Schmidt.
Ambrose over. That's a good play by Schroeder. That's a great example of the maturation here in year number 2. Saw the positioning that the block was in, didn't put everything on it, just throw it right off the block, easy point. 2-1, BC here in set 4. Hill sets the middle, and that is good. It's probably where they've had the most success today. Carson Ledford. 7 kills now for Ledford on 14 swings, just 1 error. Ledford, who was 4th in the ASUN last year with a .334 hit percentage. Haggerty, just a smart play. Have enough on it to get it through.
Just got enough of it. Reaching out with those long hands.
Morgan Riddle. Set Mitchell. Got the second try. Audrey Ross now. And they can't save it. You know, this is one of those days for Ross that is instructive too, even though, you know, the hit percentage and the errors maybe are not quite in line with exactly maybe where you want them, but if she can still find a way to get her points, that's a big deal, even on a day where maybe it's not a perfect hit percentage. Harrington, good shot from the right side.
Well, and for Ross, it's about understanding that errors happen. You're gonna miss swings, you're gonna get blocked. especially once you get into the ACC. So you have to find a way to fight through it because your team is counting on you.
And she has managed 10 kills now, despite the 7 errors. Tried that roll shot, but was not there. Eagles get a chance. Back set was wide. Harrington had to just convert to a bump. Lambro sets up Ross, took something off, smart play. Audrey Ross has 11 kills now. And Petrie and Hoppus are back in for Boston College.
I don't think that was the plan. Looked like she wanted to rip it and then maybe changed her mind halfway through.
Ended up working out. Counts in the box score all the same. 23 kills from the Eagles' left side, Schroeder and Ross. Here's Mitchell. Ross looked like she tried to really change the angle on that and didn't quite have the lane on it.
Tried to do the same thing intentionally that time and just slowed herself down a little too much.
Petrie for Roach. Here's Mitchell. Good shot from Mitchell. So Cooper Abney's been pretty good here as a setter. And weren't sure how much playing time she was going to get here as a first year, but seen some pretty solid plays. Now up to 8 assists. Brooklyn Yellen will come in to serve. Yellen didn't basically the same role as last year, but I think most times you saw her come in later in sets. Now she's just going to be coming in pretty consistently throughout the set. Hoppus gets a point.
Yeah, just takes a little bit of pressure off Ross so that she doesn't have to play that 6 rotation role. Gives you another good defender in there. Good serve receive.
Miss hit off pass number 1, and it sets the Eagles up on a free ball. Schroeder, good dig by Schmittendorf. Schroeder tried again, took something off. Another good play by Abney. A lot of good work digging. Schroeder, 3rd time's the charm.
That's a difference for Boston College this year. Is in past years, I don't know that they would have had necessarily the confidence in the same hitter to go to them 3 times in a row without being forced.
Mitchell blocks. Number 12 today. For nothing scoring run ends here as Yellen puts it in the net. Hill back in for EKU to serve, along with A.G. Vandegrift, junior. Second team All-A Sun selection. Brother Brock playing quarterback at Kentucky today, opening the college football season. Mitchell could not, or actually did get it through, beg your pardon, it was just out. Even there, a decent looking block attempt, but couldn't quite control it. So 10-7 is our score here in the 4th set. BC with the lead. That is into the net.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 17, Cornelia Roach.
Cornelia Roach. Been pretty good serving today. Free ball over. Petri back set, Hoppus. So Hoppus deserves some credit for a bounce back game today without an error so far. 4 kills on 8 swings. Mitchell blocked.
Boy, Haggerty.
EKU will take a timeout.
Haggerty's just so impressive. The way she's able to get over, and no matter who she's working with, Hoppus, Harrington, anybody, just able to really seal that gap. There is no window for those hitters.
Yes, 7 blocks credited to her today. That follows up 9 of them yesterday, including 1 solo block. Again, remember, Boston College was a good blocking team last year. We talked about their numbers in the blocking game yesterday. They ranked 2nd in the ACC and 38th nationally at 2.5 blocks per set. And Haggerty was top 11 nationally. And what they've done so far this weekend is 13 blocks is where BC is right now. If they get to 14, that would tie yesterday. That 14 number, again, was only a number they got to 3 times last year. And again, all of those were in 5-set matches. Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, if they can be anywhere close to where they were last year, they're going to be a good defensive team. If they can be even better, what it's really going to do is it's going to take a lot more pressure off that back line defense, which is where a lot of the turnover from last year's happened. Again, new libero, but Morgan Riddle looks pretty good. Maybe you're getting more block touches. That makes the passer's job easier as well. So, you know, we may even see what has been a good defensive team take another step forward defensively.
So 13-7 is our score in EKU after calling the timeout. They bounce back and win the 2nd set in this match, 25-18. So here is Roach. You know, since the first set, it has not been a ton of aces for Boston College. In fact, I don't think they've had an ace since the first set. However, they've still managed to do a pretty good job keeping EKU out of the rotations they'd like to be in. That was a well-designed point, though, for the Colonels, make it 13-8.
Yeah, we see, you know, the EKU offense at their best when they have the middle at least as an option. Ledford's been their best hitter today.
Petri back for Hoppus. 2 or 3 times she's done a good job reading the block and knocking it right off.
Number 5, Sophia Lambros.
14-8, Lambros. Set Yelland. Middle block. That's Paige Wagers, who we've not heard a ton from so far today. That's her first kill. Did not have one on her first 7 attempts. Wagers came in as a transfer from Mercer before last season. That was 2nd on EKU in blocks. No problem there for Ledford, who takes advantage.
Yeah, Wagers a little bit more the blocking middle. Ledford more the offensive middle of the pair that EKU has.
Ambrose on a slide play for Haggerty. We don't see that much in Boston College's offense. And EKU manages the point.
Yeah, a little new wrinkle there again. That was another situation where they shifted Harrington into the middle. Give Haggerty a look at a slide ball, just couldn't put it away.
Ambrose has to go get it in the net. Schroeder tried to push it long down the line. Schroeder just floated a little long.
Not quite a knuckleball. Sort of call that a waffle when you just sort of catch it just above the palm.
So 14-12. Haggerty tried it again. That time it worked.
And that's a 9-kill day for Haggerty. Never had a 10-kill day in her career.
471 she's hitting today. After yesterday had 4 kills on 6 attempts. That set was too far out in front and allowed Ross to block it, going over the net.
Again, just smothers the ball. Why in this sport, one of the favorite sayings, you can't teach height.
Yes, I've learned that the hard way. Another one. That one, Ross didn't get a piece of. It was right into the net, though. And EKU will take a timeout. So after a little bit of a run there by the Colonels to get back within 2, Boston College goes on a run of its own after a couple attacking errors by the Colonels. And it's 17-12, Boston College. They're on a 3-0 scoring run. And just a few points away now of trying to wrap up this match and move to 2-0 on this 2024 season. Well, as we said, officially 14 blocks now for BC, and that puts them in a tie where they were yesterday. After last year, only got to 14 blocks 3 times. Julia Haggerty continues to move up Boston College record book. She's now 6th all-time at BC with 340 career blocks.
Yeah, last 2 years, she's been right at the top of the list for the single season record for blocks. Set it a year ago with 159 and has the 3rd most the prior year, just right around that 150 mark again. So no reason to think she won't be around that number once more. Getting to the point where she may finish this opening weekend with somewhere in the neighborhood of 25 at this rate, depending on the match later today.
The last time Boston College had at least 14 blocks in a match that was fewer than 5 sets, you have to go back to November 6th, 2022. They had it in a 4-set match against Pitt at 15 blocks. See here that the Eagles went on to win the NIBC championship in 2022. Good point there from the lefty, A.G. Vandegrift.
And if memory serves, that was also a year Pitt went on to the Final Four, right? So
that's most years these days.
They're certainly in
But
the conversation
it was.
again.
ACC with 5 in the national preseason poll this year, including Pitt and Louisville once again in the top 6, and then add Stanford to that as well now coming into the ACC preseason number 5.
Yeah, between those 3 teams, a lot of pundits think the ACC is the only one with 3 maybe high-level Final Four candidates.
It really is pretty amazing. Obviously, adding Stanford in this particular sport does a lot of work, but it had been trending that way anyway. I mean, you go back 5, 6, 7 years, the ACC was not thought of necessarily as one of the top conferences in college volleyball, and they have certainly pushed themselves into that spot here, not just because of the top teams, but the depth of the conference as well.
Yeah, I mean, Pittsburgh and Louisville have done a lot to sort of raise that ascension. Georgia Tech came on strong very quickly. Couple tough points defensively. Jason Kennedy just wants to try to stem the tide with
Center does. So that'll be a tough stretch with Pitt on a Friday night, October 4th here at the Canal Center, and then SMU on Sunday. And then the following week, Boston College will be out in California at Cal, at Stanford.
Yeah, I mean, just getting Pitt, SMU, and Stanford in a 3- and 4-match stretch is certainly as daunting as you're going to see for any team over the course of a season.
Another one of the wrinkles of the new ACC schedule because of the length of the travel. So rather than your normal Friday, Sunday, that West Coast trip will be a Friday, Saturday, obviously because of the close proximity between the two. Well, a nice run here by EKU, and they have tied set number 4 here, 18-18. Ross gonna get it back from Lambros, and it is just out. Did not miss by much. So BC has the lead back, 19-18, and Morgan Riddle, who served that 10-0 scoring run in set 1 for Boston College. Lambros got a piece, but it's out. And we're tied again at 19.
Now serving the Purples, number 19, Maddie Tolson.
Maddie Tolsman. Here's Ross. Perfect set that time from Lambros.
Now serving for the Eagles, number 19, Shane Petrie.
So BC at 20-19. EKU's come back in this 4th set, but the Eagles have not yet given up the lead. Abney, back set. Hoppus had to go get it. It's Ross's chance. From the back row, Tolsman. Ross. Remember, she tried that shot earlier, really changing the angle and coming as close to the net as possible. Did not work for her. That time it did, skipping off the net, and BC takes a massive 2-point lead. EKU has used both of their timeouts here in this 4th set. Abney had to go a long way to get it. Put it in a pretty good spot for Mitchell, though. Quick through the middle block. Here's Hoppus. Just gets it through. So from 19 apiece, and how close that block came from EKU of landing in. And all of a sudden now it's a 3-0 scoring run for Boston College. The game of inches sometimes. Mitchell. No problem from the back row. Roach spun it long. Not a bad idea, but couldn't quite convert it. Ross, that's long. So 2 points in a row missed from the Boston College attacking side. And it's back to 22-21. That's out. Tough spot for a service error. Yellen will come in at 23-21 here in the 4th set. Good shot through the middle, Paige Wagers.
All started with a really good pass.
Abney's been pretty good setting the middle today. Has 10 assists now, 23-22 in the closest set of them all so far. Petrie back set, Hoppus. Hill had to steer it with a bump set. Petrie trying to get on that back set. Riddle digs on the back row. Schroeder. When the Eagles need a point, they go to Schroeder. And Boston College has match point.
Schroeder's matched a career high, 14 kills.
Schroeder and Ross each with 14. Roach will come out here. It's Amelia Bernal, first year. Mitchell got it. Keeps the match going.
Nobody else you'd rather have on the line right now. Mitchell, best server for EKU.
Eagles bring their libero back in. Riddle has to be the one to bump set for Hoppus. KU's got a chance, facing a second match point, but they can just only put a free ball over. Set for Schroeder, right down the line, it's out! And Jason Kennedy will use the timeout. Ball stands on the floor, so 24-24, and 2 match points survived by EKU. Free ball for the Colonels. Vandegrift. Eagles keep it alive. Hoppus off the back set. Good dig by Hill. Neither team's setters have really been able to get involved. Petrie here for Haggerty. First time the block was there on her. Schroeder, good shot off the block. And match point number 3 for Boston College.
You can just kind of feel both sides very tense in this moment.
Still that learning to win in a new season with a new group and putting a match away. Something to that early in the year. Lambros to serve, that is out. .25 apiece. Lambros tried to do everything she could, and EKU now is in position to win the set.
Just a little tight.
Both teams out of timeout here late in set number 4. Schroeder. And the Eagles survive a set point. They made that one look routine. Lambros up to 27 assists today. 26 apiece. Overpass. Lambros. Vandegrift that time into the block. And Boston College, another chance at match points. Diving play to keep it going, and it ends up with Tolsman winning the point for EKU.
Really
Looked
well
like
played
a dead
shot.
play, and wow, it's a great shot from the back line. 27. We're tied here at the end of set 4. Ross. Good job to keep it alive. Eagles will get another chance at it. Harrington got it through. This is another match point. I believe this is the 5th for Boston College. And Morgan Riddle, who went on that 10-0 scoring run in the first set. A piece of it, it was deflected. 5 match points. EKU has withstood here at the end of set 4. Ross, good shot. That was her best swing of this opening weekend.
That was a missile.
And pretty impressive when it's felt like this has just gotten tighter and tenser as we go deeper into set 4.
Lambros in the front row now.
Petrie to serve, match point number 6 for Boston College. Mitchell, Riddle keeps it going. Petrie sets up Ross and wins it! It took 6 match points in the 4th set, but the Eagles 30-28 in set 4, and they take this match in